you don't get the show.
The thing that I laughed about the Nintendo Wii, like, that was one of those ideas that was so wild, but at the same time, they had no idea if it was going to be a hit or not. And that was like a double-edged sword that Nintendo was willing to like put the whole fucking like, they went to the roulette table and said, fuck it, we're betting $1 million on 23. And it was like, and I remember the first time I got it, I felt weird. Like, I don't know how this will do it. And then like you had games like the Zelda and all that you would swing the Wiimote and it would swing his sword. And that was like the moment I did that, I'm like, all right, I'm fucking sold on this system. Like that was the thing that got people like into this damn system. And man, I'll never forget. Like I worked at I was working at GameStop when that thing came out. And bro, it drove people nuts over that fucking system.
I think that what was amazing about it was that was one of the systems. I remember PlayStation came out with their terrible wannabe version of it.
Oh, God, yes.
It was one of those things where they underestimated how lazy people are, because a lot of people found out just how out of shape they are when they start playing the Wii, because they're like, oh, you just swing your arms or move your arms or dance a little. I could do that. And then you get a bunch of friends together and you started playing one of those dance games and you realize how tired you got after 5 minutes of dancing. And then you start looking around and you feel embarrassed, but all your other friends are breathing heavy too. And it's like, yeah, we're a bunch of lazy fat fucks.
Come on now.
Do this shit.
Come on now. Fucking how many news stories do you remember reading of kids going to the doctor with Wii elbow?
Oh, yeah. And
it threw me back to the days of like, oh, man, it's the Nintendo thumb all over again. I'll never forget it. Now, if there was something that I'll never forget, working at a GameStop, I remember I was a store manager of a GameStop and get on that week's conference call. The district manager's like, hey, just FYI, you're getting 10 Nintendo Wiis to sell tomorrow. I'm like, cool. Of course, as everything the word gets out, oh, each place is gonna get so many, and that's that. So sure enough, when I go into the next morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, I got a line of people waiting out in front of my store. But I don't have like an exact line of people. I have a group of people sitting out in front of my store. Had no idea what order they came to the store. Now, what was really funny about it is my store was right on the edge of Hialeah and like near Overtown.
Oh.
So I get there and they're like, oh, you're here for the Wii. I'm like, no, I'm actually the store manager. Like, oh, how many did you get? I'm like, I got enough. And I'm like, I start counting and I see how many people are there. I had 12 people there. I said, hey, just FYI, I only have 10 systems. So 2 of you are not going to get any. I said, what I need done right now is I need you guys to line up in a line from who got here first to who got here last. And just to let you guys know, I only have 10. So line starts forming, and obviously one dude who came in later, who was probably not going to get one, just starts jumping the line. And here starts the argument outside my store. Oh, no, he wasn't here. No, I was here. Da, 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 da. And I'm like listening to this go down. And I'm like, okay, the fists are going to start fighting. And literally, I fucking sat there, and I mean, I shit you not, like I wasn't going to have it that day. I said, hey, either y'all come to an agreement on who's in what place in this line, or I ain't selling a single one of these things. I'll hold on to those 10 weeks. I don't give a damn. And all of a sudden, everybody just went, and that line formed like that. That dude just went, fuck it, turn around and walk the fuck away.
It's like children. You're like, no one's going to get no cookies if you don't line up in an orderly fashion.
It was so funny because I was like, fuck that. I'm not going to deal with these people fighting in front of my store. I ain't calling the cops out here over some fucking people getting into a fight. And I'm not going to fill out the paperwork and shit. I said, fuck it. I said, either y'all come into agreement for a line or I ain't selling nothing. I'm like, I'll keep my store closed. I don't give a shit.